Hello and welcome back to Miss White's grade 10 class. This is finding the equation of a parabola given different information that we might have. So let's dive right in. Example A, find the equation of the parabola to the left in standard form. So we're given a graph and we are supposed to find the equation in standard form. So I'm going to think about the information that I have. I don't have anything except for 3 points. I've got actually my two x-intercepts. One is at -3. I'll just write that down, x-intercept at -3, and I have one at 2, and it also looks like I have a point here at 1, 8. So I'm going to use those pieces of information. Since I have x-intercepts, I'm going to use factored form, y equals a x minus r x minus s. Okay, and my r is going to be -3 and my s is going to be 2. So I'm going to use x plus 3, x minus 2. But I do know what my x and y are since I have another point. So x is always first, right? So x is 1 and y is 8. So I can fill those into my equation as well. So I'll only have one variable to solve for. So 8 equals a times 1 plus 3, 1 minus 2. So 8 is equal to a times 4 times -1. So this gives me -4. A. So a is equal to -2. 8 divided by -4 is -2. So a equals -2. Y equals -2 times x plus 3 times x minus 2. This is in factored form, and it does ask me for standard form, so I go back and read the question. It says standard form, so I'm going to just expand that open. That's easier than trying to figure out what the equation is in standard form straight from the get-go. So I'm going to expand this open using FOIL. X squared plus 3x minus 2x is plus x, plus positive 3 times -2, which is -6. And then expand that open as well using distributive property, -2x squared minus 2x plus 12. Don't forget about your y equals. And there you go, factored form. Okay, or standard form, my bad. Okay, now let's do example B. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex -5, 32 that has an x-intercept of 3. So we are given two pieces of information. We know the vertex and we know the x-intercepts. Now, if we knew both of the x-intercepts, we could use factored form, but since we know only one x-intercept, factored form isn't going to be that helpful, because if I try to fill in y equals a x minus r x minus s, and I use the vertex for my x and y, I've got these 4 things or 3 things, and then my a and my s are missing and I wouldn't be able to solve. So I am going to have to use vertex form, y equals a x minus h squared plus k. And I'm going to use my x-intercept because I know that x-intercept happens when y is 0, so that's going to be the point 3, 0, right? So this is my x and this is my y. So 0 equals a times 3 plus 5, because -5, right? Minus -5 squared plus 32. 0 equals a times 8 squared plus 32. So we move that 32 over. So it's -32 is equal to 64a, because 8 squared is 64. So -1/2 is equal to a, because -32 divided by 64 will be -1/2. Now the question says find the equation. It doesn't say I have to find the standard form equation, so I can just use the vertex form because that's good enough. -1/2 x plus 5 squared plus 32. There we go. I've got my equation. And that's it. That's how you do it. So figure out whether or not you can use standard form, you can use factored form or vertex form. And then if you need standard form, you can expand it open. Okay, I could expand this open as well to find standard form if I wanted to. And that's it. You just solve for A.